Welcome to GTC's Teaching Tidbits. Each episode, we explore a teaching technique, tip, practice, or idea from faculty for faculty. As we start a new academic year, GTC has adopted a new test proctoring tool called Proctorio. Our first 4 episodes of this season are focused on exploring the use of Proctorio. In this final Proctorio tutorial, Shannon Creighton, who is the Director of Online Learning and the Curriculum and Instructional Support Center here at GTC, covers the use of Proctorio and third-party material from McGraw-Hill.
Okay, if you are using McGraw-Hill Connect and you want to proctor your exam, as we mentioned in the previous video, Proctorio and McGraw-Hill Connect have an integration built in together. And I would suggest that you go ahead and use their built-in tools. It is just less confusing and less room for error for students or for the setup of that. So if you go to a class that you've turned on your McGraw-Hill, and I will go to that now. And remember, we're using the McGraw-Hill Connect LTIA tool. We'll go to my section. Okay, and for just for an example, I'm going to create a new assignment with a question bank. We'll do chapter 1. I'm just going to select that. And again, I'm just making a practice test at this point. Proctorio test. Okay. So I'm just going to click continue. And when you get to this options, you obviously turn on your due date just like you always do. We'll turn it on through the 14th. And here's where we are enabling proctoring options. As you see, this nice little shield is the same shield that you get when you download and install the extension. So we're going to turn that on. Also, there are some help buttons here if you want to do that. But basically, we're going to turn that on, and it's going to pop up a new window. And you can see there are certain things that are free, like the record video, but the ones that say plus, that will cost extra for the students. And we do not want you to use those because the students will be charged to use that service. Then you can come down, you can use any of these. You can control access to websites, control content, prevent tampering. You also can have them sign the integrity agreement. The ID verification for this one is a plus feature, so you don't have to turn that on. Calculator, whiteboard, pick which ones you want, and then and it will tell you here whether you've picked an option that will cost the students extra money or not. So we want this to say free if you choose to use this option, and then you'll just click save. And then that will save the proctoring options, and you can see, again, just verify here that this says total cost to students is 0. If this has anything in it, the students will have to pay that fee before they get into the exam, and we do not want them to have to do that. Now, if you feel the need and you want to require the students to have one of these plus options, we would need to go back and do the original third-party testing procedures that we just did in the previous video. So if you feel the need that you need for the students to do one of these, if you want to see the screen recording, if you feel like it's absolutely necessary, this option will not work for you. You need to go back and watch the previous video about third parties and follow that same procedure for your McGraw-Hill. But if you are comfortable with students having the recorded video and controlling the access lockdown browser, those kinds of things, feel free to use this option because it is less worrisome for students and it's easier for you to set up. And it's just easier and removes a lot of options or places that things can go wrong. So again, feel free to use the free option. proctoring option and McGraw-Hill if you choose to use that product. One last thing I wanted to show you was how to get to the Proctorio Help Center that has a ton of video and resources for you. If you go directly to proctorio.com and click on support and then Help Center, and then you'll scroll down accessing the Help Center. You'll see here the Help Center is only be available to the users with Proctorio extension enabled. To access the Help Center, log into your learning management system or assessment platform and have a Proctorio enabled assessment open. So if you click on this, just by going to proctorio.com directly, you'll just be rerouted through this page over and over again. So what it's telling you to do is to go into your Blackboard, and we will find a course that has a Proctorio exam enabled. And I'll just go in here and I'll just click on the exam proctor, make sure that my system is refreshed. Then I'll click on Help Center and I'll go to Help Center again. And this time it will actually bring me to the Proctorio homepage. As you see, there are several different buckets here: general support, administrators, professors support, and also student support. So professor support, you can come in and see McGraw-Hill, you can see using best practices. So there's a lot of videos and things that you can look at here. If you've got specific questions, you can search for things. Great way to do that. So I just wanted to show you the little quirk about getting into the Help Center is that you actually have to go into a course that has Proctorio enabled first, and then go to the Help Center and you will be able to get in. It's a neat little security feature that they have built in so that you all can have access to it, but it keeps people that do not have Proctorio contract from getting into those. So feel free to go in here and look around and see any additional videos that you may want to see, or be able to check here for any other questions. Thank you.
A special thanks to Shannon Creighton for creating this tutorial and also for making it available for this episode. If you would like to continue the conversation with Shannon, you can email him at shannon.creighton@gvltec.edu. You could also reach out to the CISC department email, which is cisc@my.gvltec.edu, and a member of the CISC team will connect with you. If you have questions you'd like to see answered or topics you'd like to see covered in this series, please reach out to me and let me know. You can send me an email at rachel.cobb@gvltec.edu. And as always, if you have a teaching tidbit worth sharing, or you know someone who does, please let me know. We'd love to feature that content in the series. Well, that's this week's GTC Teaching Tidbit, and we'll see you next time.